art of infinite divinity, remembering and restoring it. According to the first of the three elder first sets, comprised of 8 lunar bi-weeks each, or half-month periods, one is and or was summoned to think of oneself as a thought form, so to disembody and think, working through internal self-awareness in order to birth or bring forth one's tried and true nature and self into being once again. Whereas this second set, that is of winter season, is beset and or blessed with more externalized physical and yea, earthly challenges and opportunities yet, that would just so happen to be at the tail end of now, which entailed baptismal trials and are tempering by error and fire. And however this time past hath burnt or scorched thee, 'tis for thine own good, only this time in order to birth and bring forth thy being into shape, form, and proper function. Again, ideally that is, if one has read the signs and followed the signals to further one's mastery of the physical level of being. And the key to such manifestation is merely and simply about commitment to saying. See? Only these next couple of lunar weeks, 212 to 227, come as a reprieve, respite, or rest period, giving cause to applaud and pause and realize all of that which one hath accomplished and endured, wherein and when one acknowledges and praises that which is past, that which is now, presently, and come what may. Good or bad, it matters not, for they are but flip sides of one and the same. As thusly is always the closing nature and natural directive of every cyclical lunar body, it culminates, or gives the polishing touch at the finale of each of the 3 sets of 8 such half-month periods, which comprise a third year. 'Tis a and or the time for refueling and restoration. A sort of coffee lounge break, for sure. Here and therein we find ourselves, as with all other beings, spirits and entities, in the comfortable and fortunate midst of finishing or wrapping up whatever current endeavors, journey, or mission which one had previously embarked upon. As akin to Viking shore leave for the express and explicit purpose of gathering provisions, repairs, and regaining strength and vitality, as in healing, in order to best be prepared for whatever's surely next, in due time, which is anybody's guess as to what that might be, without exactly knowing, of course. But that's okay. And yet, what it's not shouldn't be a hindrance either, nor is it even a mysterious mystery. For may I remind you, thou art all divine, with a capital D, fully able and as powerful and worthy as the very so-called deities and gods themselves, and certainly not at al like any Hollywood movies ever portray. Please. And although one may be cozy, familiar, and are snug with such divine acts of good deed as charity, forgiveness, grace, virtue, et blessed, etc., ironically and sadly, people can't and or don't and or won't attribute or see themselves as divine beings, in word or in deed. No matter what actual and or perceived woes or wrongs one has conceived, wrought, or wreaks, just do so no fucking more, okay? By claiming one's divinity and exercising same might, one can finally come to understand what true peace, harmony, and accord really means, once and for all. Granted, though sounding or seeming idealistic, involved, or downright impossible, let alone fathom, grasp, or even accept, be it out of irrational fear, premature indoctrination, or some silly superstition, it's as easy as hopping off the revolving bandwagon to myopia and seeing things clearly for self in proper perspective. What maims and messes with one's mind, the very builder of all physical results, no less, and strikes deafening chords of disbelief to the core of one's soul, frankly, is having the sheer audacity or faulty compass reading to think only the so-called gods, goddesses, or certain spirits and entities have the capability and capacity of being divine. What a crock. Now, what could be more empirically real and tangible than a living, breathing, palpable being? Which is tantamount to the difference between you or me and the utterly unseen or unseeable. Verily, it is not something above, beyond, or outside of us, nor are we ever in any way, shape, form, or fashion unable to attain same. For divinity doth not happen to us, or for petty sake, rather, divinity is a living part of you, and it just so happens to manifest and also move by and through each and every single one of us, seamlessly, regardless of any condition, sojourn, or sphere of influence one finds self in, as the spiritual beings we are, without a doubt, collectively sharing an albeit short but sweet, sentient, and terrestrial experience together, however eternally, over and over again, hence this here now. So always remember, or be reminded if you don't, in light and full disclosure of that hallowed birthright mentioned above and below, about the vital importance of being responsible and taking one's divine divinity seriously. And once finally realized, it isn't as easily caged, coerced, or swayed anymore. Instead, one begins to heed, hear, or hearken another call, or calling. That's synchronicity for you, essentially. So, are you going to continue to stagnate and stay in one place? Or are you going to move forward and upwards? Hmm? Of course, each being has their own plans in hand and roles to play, artfully weaving their individual destinies and fates into the grand tapestry of life and living. At which point in dearly beloved Mother Nature's curriculum, Her Majesty currently recommends and suggests taking a so-called break. Sit back and still for this brief moment of spell, appreciating the outcome and one's take thus far, no matter what, however little or much, whilst one refamiliarizes and comes into closer contact with the sacred and yet readily available divine knowledge, understanding, and powers within, permeating everything. Only light or enlightenment can cast away the shadows of darkness that sow deception and doubt, just as the light which reflects from one's own divine being, likewise, shines as illumination to light the spark for others to otherwise see by and rise to occasion as well. So, for tentative time being, though the dawning of the age of Aquarius won't be upon Earth's ascendant horizon for another couple centuries, be and become a lamplighter, nevertheless, and let's enlighten the streets and scene like no other time in history. As they say, or suffice to say, it's meant to be thusly anyway. So, might as well start right where you are, here and now. Post haste and keep sweet. And that, my friends, is what's at the heart of all matters. Right? SOWILO.